Did you know that Hawkins was originally going to join the Seven Warlords of the Sea? Or did you know that Oda changed his mind about Sanji's fifth brother, Goji? Also, most of you know that back in 2007, Oda stated that towards the end of One Piece, there will be a pirate that appears with an eye patch. This fact is trending on TikTok and YouTube right now, but did you know that Oda, while creating Blackbeard's design, had the idea of him wearing an eye patch over Blackbeard's right eye? There have been moments where Oda used his earlier ideas many years later. Sometimes he takes inspiration from his other manga as well, so I won't be surprised if Blackbeard will be the character with an eye patch at the end of One Piece. In today's video, I will show you all the big changes Oda did at the last second. Without these changes, we would have a different anime altogether. Why didn't One Piece end in 5 years? The story of One Piece is one of piracy. Clashing with other pirates over the title of Pirate King was always planned, but who those pirates would be has shifted. Originally, the plan was for the 4 emperors, the Yonko, to be the primary villains. This is particularly clear from the base plot. Luffy leaving to become the Pirate King would make these 4 excellent final bosses. But Oda added in the Shichibukai, the 7 Warlords of the Sea, who were pirates siding with the government. In the 23rd collection, he noted that they became central to the story purely because he thought they looked cool. At first, I intended to finish One Piece in 5 years. It was supposed to be a story to fight against pirates called Yonko. However, I came up with the idea of Shichibukai. I just thought it would be badass if these characters showed up. Then, as you can see, it caused this long serialization. Another interesting fact is that Oda revealed in One Piece Color Walk 7 Tyrannosaurus that Hawkins was originally going to join the 7 Warlords of the Sea, but later changed his mind. Number 3, talking about the worst generation, one of the major decisions that Oda took at the very end was related to the 11 supernovas. Oda introduced them to the fans in the Sabaody Archipelago arc. However, initially, there were no plans of introducing these characters. Oda's editor mentioned to him that he felt that the arc was not interesting enough, and then, in a few hours, Oda came up with the designs for the 11 supernovas and their complex abilities. Had he not done that, One Piece would have been very different today, given how important a role the members of the 11 supernovas have played in the New World. There were other changes around supernovas as well. Oda expected over half of them to have dropped dead already by the time the story got to the Dressrosa arc. He expected Eustace Kid to have an important role in the story. However, the bigger roles that characters such as Law or even Bege ended up receiving shocked him. Currently, One Piece is in its Egghead Island arc, and there, Jewelry Bunny is now the center of attention. Nearly every member of the former 11 supernovas have received focus in a particular segment of the story, aside from Urouge, who could end up becoming important later on. Number 4. Concept drawings. Chopper was originally supposed to be a zebra reindeer smoking cigars. Oda wanted to make Garp look more like a private detective. Monet's original design was not quite as beautiful as her current one, as instead she was depicted as an uglier, other sort of centaur-like creature. The Yeti brothers were intended to be more, well, Yeti-like, looking like gorillas. Oda planned Aisha to be a young teenage man, but was later changed to a little girl. Bartolomeo was meant to look like Ideo in everything but the face, having those weird shoulders as well. Kuma had Shiki's design. Pudding was meant to look more evil from the get-go, and there are a lot of other concept drawings. Even the Straw Hats had different designs. Despite there being thousands of characters in One Piece, Oda still works a lot on each one of them. Small details like this show just how much Oda works on this manga. Number 5. Buggy's design was different as well, but there are other bigger changes regarding Buggy's storyline. Buggy wasn't supposed to play a big role in Impel Down, but Oda thought that it would be too dark without some humor to balance it out. In the end, Impel Down became one of the best arcs in One Piece, and Buggy played a big role in it. Also, Oda revealed that he originally planned Zoro to be the bodyguard of Buggy, but fortunately he changed his mind. Number 6. Celestial Dragon Sanji. The Vinsmoke family is a royal bloodline that rules the Germa Kingdom, as well as the former dynastic conquerors and rulers of the North Blue. Before settling on the lineup for the Vinsmoke family, Oda experimented with some other ideas. Instead of Reiju, there was originally a 5th brother named Goji. Also, the brothers were not quadruplets. Instead, Ichiji was 30 years old, Niji was 27, Sanji was 21, and Yanji and Goji were 12-year-old twins. One Piece Magazine Volume 3 revealed that Judge Vinsmoke's original name was supposed to be Saint Germain. Oda clearly intended to make Sanji's father a Tenryubito at first. The Count of Saint Germain, being a real adventurer and alchemist, influenced this choice. Considering Judge's involvement with clones and playing God, it was an interesting idea. Furthermore, Judge's design was more badass as well. Also, Sanji was originally named Naruto. However, Eiichiro Oda decided to change the name after he learned about the newly created series Naruto featuring the main character Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto was published in 1997, the same year as One Piece. One of Sanji's opponents, Jabra, had a different name as well. Originally, Jabra was meant to be called Shakin, which is the sound effect for something sharp. Number 7. Yasopp's nickname. Oda originally meant for Garp to tell Usopp in the post-Endy's lobby arc that his father Yasopp was feared in the New World with the nickname Chaser. This scene was removed, however, due to page limitation. I wonder if Chaser means that he's a person who chases his dreams, or his bullets will chase his enemies wherever they go by ricocheting off of things, or some sort of fruit ability. There has to be a meaning to it. Number 8. Ace being Roger's son. Quite possibly the biggest last-minute storytelling change that Oda has made in his story is to make Ace Roger's biological son. When the Marineford arc was being worked upon, Oda didn't know that he'd make Ace Roger's son. At this point, Ace and Luffy were actually blood brothers. However, Oda asked his editor how he would feel if Ace was revealed to be Roger's son. The reaction he got from the editor pleased him, and he decided to go ahead with it. This decision changed the course of the story forever. Maybe we got Sabo's reveal because of this change in the story. Number 9. Doflamingo and Corazon. One Piece's Dressrosa arc focused heavily on the characters of Doflamingo and Corazon. The former was the main antagonist of the arc and had his entire life revealed to the fans through flashbacks. Doflamingo's flashback, coupled with that of Law, is very intriguing and possibly one of the best parts of the arc. It is surprising to know that Oda did not initially intend for Doflamingo to be Corazon's blood brother. While Corazon was certainly going to be involved in the arc, he would not have been a blood relative to Doflamingo. Taking away that blood relationship would have changed fans' perception of these two characters. Thanks to this change, we got one of the saddest flashback stories in One Piece. And number 10. Lucci as a villain. There are many decisions that Oda has taken based on his gut feeling, and making Lucci a villain is certainly one of them. In the Water 7 saga, Oda had already decided that Franky would end up joining the crew. However, he did not decide on who was supposed to be the bad guy. It was after introducing Lucci that he decided that he would make the guy with the pigeon a villain just because he felt like it. Consequently, fans received one of the very best villains in the entire series, and this character remains iconic to this day. There are many other changes in the story. For example, Oda had the idea of Pedro spitting at the ground all the time. He also originally planned to have him be an evil character at first. Katakuri and Kuma had different devil fruits, and more. That's it for today. Write down which fact was the most surprising for you in the comments. Like this video, and if you want to see part 2, don't forget to subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.